Hi, welcome back to Trainwreck on a Different Forest. I'm Jessica.
I'm Joe. Yes.
We're glad you came back this week.
We are. Thank you.
Yes. It's been an uneventful week for me. What happened in your world?
Dude, totally saw Twilight.
You did not?
Absolutely not.
Completely believed you for like half a second.
Hey, thanks. I did see Zombieland, and that was a good movie.
What was that?
Yeah, it was a different zombie film, which was kind of cool because everything's kind of getting redundant, and yeah, it was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Good, I'm glad. Next week, watch Twilight. We can discuss it. So, this week we're not going to talk about any cast or character members.
Thank God.
Oh, we're not done yet. We still have one more to get to.
Oh.
But this week I thought we'd change things up and delve into the Twilight fandom. It's huge, it's large, and it's going to take a while. So we're just going to chip away at it. You don't know this, Joe, but you guys do. There's lots of different facets to the Twilight fandom. There's the Twilight teens, and there's the Twilight moms. There's team I love Kristen Stewart. There's team I hate Kristen Stewart.
Where's Team Joe?
Where is Team Joe?
Yeah, what?
Not along up there with Team Robert, Team Jacob, fan art, the group who loves to hate Twilight, the group who hates to love Twilight, and many more. And there's the Twific fandom.
That's where you belong.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with that place. It's a good place to be. For the most part.
Until...
What do you know about fan fiction?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, this is what it is. It all comes from a book, and you write whatever story you want based off of it. In the Twilight fandom, people don't stick to canon, usually. What that means is they take these characters and they plug them into whatever situation they want. Edward does not have to be a vampire. He can be human. He can be 32. He can be a school teacher. He can be whatever you want.
Transsexual hooker.
It's been done.
Oh.
It's all been covered out there. And for the most part, all of it has been covered. Because there's a ton of Twilight fan fiction. The Twilight world tends to follow trends. Right now, dominant submissive relationships are huge. Badass teen Edward's huge. Emotionally abused and wounded but getting better is huge. I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with the books, but we just love the characters so much we keep playing with them.
Yeah?
Yeah. And Twilight fandom. Okay. Some of the best people I've ever met. Sweet girls, loyal, there to do anything for your friend. Really good stuff. And there's also some of the scariest, meanest people out there, too.
Why?
I don't know. When I say scary and mean, I don't mean like, oh, she wrote me a rude message. I mean, I am scared of you, you are mean, and it's humiliating. That bad.
But it's still a scary, rude message.
Yeah, like...
I mean, come on. You gotta be face-to-face if you're gonna actually try to...
Yeah, it's pretty easy to say these
scare
things when you're
someone.
hiding behind a computer. But
That
maybe these
doesn't
girls
count.
would do that in real life. I don't know. The fact of the matter is, I guess it's their right to do this online.
Yeah. But if you're face-to-face, you'd be like, oh, I liked your story. And then you turn around 5 seconds later, you go home and type, that bitch she was so shitty to me. I hate her.
Oh.
And her story sucks.
Joe, they get a lot worse than that.
Yeah, well, whatever. You know what I mean.
I just don't understand why, I guess. This fandom... Okay, you get reviews for fan fictions, right? And everybody says, the review doesn't matter to me, and da-da-da-da-da. And maybe it doesn't, but it's competitive nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. They want to be the one to go to work every day going, yeah, I'm still the coolest on fanfiction.com. You know, tell all their coworkers, yeah, I totally have the best reviews.
Usually it's closeted. I don't think many people do say that they're a part of fan fiction.
Well, then what the hell is the reward? Robert Pattinson is not going to want you anymore because your story is...
It's rewarding. I can understand how it's rewarding. It's rewarding in that you're putting something out there
Oh,
You
absolutely. Yeah, if you're talking about
feedback.
it, yeah.
I understand that. I don't understand why you're getting mean about it.
Yeah, that's crap.
I mean,
do that.
right? Nobody's getting paid.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting laid. Yet they get mean.
Yeah, that's not cool.
All right, and the thing is this: everybody in the fanfic world here is doing the same thing: reading and/or writing, and loving or hating Twilight. How hard can it be to get along?
Yeah, y'all love the same thing. Come on.
Right.
What are you arguing about?
And why does this fandom bring up the very best and the very worst in people?
That I don't know. But
I've seen these girls band together to raise money for cancer. I've seen them be so loyal and so supportive and help each other out in the best kind of ways. And in the same turn, I've seen people start hate pages and, Twitter crusades against other people.
again, if they were face to face, they deny it till they were blue in the face.
It's a very passionate topic.
Twilight. The way of life.
Well,
No,
I guess it's probably because it's human nature to take sides and gang up against people. And nobody wants to be on the outside. I mean, we've all been to junior high, right?
Yeah, but when you think about it, what are you fighting over? Really?
Maybe it's in defense of your story or a friend, which I can see. Maybe people are just bored.
But it's just fan fiction. You just make up your own jargon for,
Maybe
people to read. It's not...
Well, maybe it's a way for people to feel empowered by calling other people dirty names.
Whatever. I don't get it.
Well,
You just made me want to read it that much less.
ouch. Well, okay. Here's another thing. I think most of it's based on reviews because it's an ego boost.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Here's the thing about reviews. While there is such thing as reviewers just being plain nasty for the sake of it, this is the risk you take when you decide to post. Is it right to be mean just because you can? No. Can you stop it? Sure.
Can you stop it?
Joe, if you can't handle the heat, get your ass out the kitchen.
Whatever.
If you don't post anything, no one's going to be able to leave you a negative review. It's a trade-off you take. I have the control to choose how I'm going to respond. I guess I could call nasty names and, engage in Twitter fights and go on all kinds of, live journal blogs and stuff like that, but that's not the person I am in real life. So it's not going to be the person I am in my super secret nerdy computer life either. I'm not mean-spirited, and I don't want mean-spirited things reflected back on me.
I don't think anyone does, especially when they have their own writing online. They want people to be like, yeah, that was amazing. Yeah. And then you're not always going to get that, but why be mean? I mean...
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Well, another thing that starts huge fights in the fandom is the issue of plagiarism.
Isn't it all plagiarism? Fan fiction?
All right. We all do a little bit of borrowing, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, obviously everything was taken from the original Twilight source material. Whether it just be the characters. The problem is there's 50,000 Twilight fanfiction stories. Things will overlap unintentionally. It's bound to happen.
Well, maybe I can see that.
Right.
Where someone has a similar story, two people have similar stories, and they read each other's stories and go, oh, you took that from me somehow, and...
Exactly. But what I'm finding recently, and it's a little bit disturbing, is that the things most people are crying plagiarism about are canon things. Meaning things that were in the book originally.
Right.
Right. Your Edward had an iPod. The Edward in the book was a music lover. I mean, here's the creepy part of this whole thing. The canon element. When you're a fanfiction writer and you've gotten a lot of reviews and everybody tells you how great you are, I guess it's easy to forget where Stephanie Meyer's creativity ends and yours comes in. The line is blurred. We're all a little off base from the books, and we get defensive about work that's not even ours.
The way I look at it is it's like a color book, right? The image is already drawn, and all you do is